Namami Dhanvantari Adidevam Surasurai Vandita Pada Padmam Loke Jara Rugbhaya Mrityunasham Dhataramisham Vividaushadhinam. Welcome everyone to the immunity program. So I will be talking today about immunity according to Ayurveda. Ayurveda is a science. It's a science of life. Most of y'all must have heard of it, and some of y'all may not have heard at all anything about it. So how about we start with a small little introduction about Ayurveda. So Ayurveda is a traditional Indian medicine which has been practiced over thousands of years. There are a lot of documentations and also oral knowledge passed on generation after generation. Ayurveda is called as the science of life. Why is it called so? We understand with the following shloka. Hita hitam sukham dukkham ayustasya hita hitam manam chattatra yatruktam ayurvedah sa uchyate. Hita hitam is what is good, what is bad or not suitable. Sukham dukkham, the thing that gives joy and the thing that gives pain or discomfort in life. So all these factors which have been explained for a good, healthy well-being, and in what proportion each of the factors are to be maintained in your life. This science which explains all these factors is called as Ayurveda. Isn't it interesting? To understand better the working of Ayurveda, you have to understand the basic concepts. The basic concepts of Ayurveda revolves around Vata, Pitta and Kapha. For those of you who have already been practicing yoga for a long time, you all might be knowing about the 5 elements. So similarly in Ayurveda, we follow the 5 elements: space, air, fire, water and earth element. Now all these 5 elements, to understand their functioning, the rishis have made it that we combine these 5 elements into 3 doshas. Doshas by definition are that which withhold the functioning of the body, but at the same time have a possibility of getting disturbed. So the 5 elements, I repeat, space, air, fire, water and earth, combine to form 3 doshas: Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Vata is a combination of space and air element. Vata by function is responsible for all that is moving in the body. Everything that's moving, like your circulation, your nervous system, transmission of knowledge, transmission of food, transportation of food and nutrition. Everything is because of Vata. Pitta is a combination of fire and water element. It is responsible for all the metabolic changes or transformations and reactions happening in the body. Everything that's transforming and reacting. Your perception, your comprehension of a knowledge, the color of your skin, the color of your hair, the metabolic activities, the catabolism and the anabolism. Everything comes under Pitta. Lastly is Kapha. Kapha being a combination of water and earth element. It is responsible for all the structure or stability in the body, and also the lubrication and nourishing factors in the body. So everything that's structured, stable, like your bones, the muscle, the structure of your organ, the structure of your small cell. Along with that, the nourishing factors, the lymph, the plasma, the synovial fluid, the cerebrospinal fluid, the intracellular fluid. It is all because of kapha. To understand the concept of immunity in Ayurveda, let's have a look at what exactly does the modern science tell us about immunity. Immunity is the capacity of the body to fight off organisms and toxins that are present or enter inside the body. So this particular capability, which helps maintain the proper functioning of the body and helps maintain the overall health and well-being of a person. So basically there are two types of immunity which have been mentioned according to the modern science. One is the innate immunity and the other is acquired immunity. The innate immunity is the immunity which is formed by a general process. It is the immunity with which we are born. It is the immunity which we receive from our parents. So as you can see, it's a circle of life. So this is the first innate immunity. You can take it into consideration as a generalized immune reaction to any sort of fever or a particular bacteria. It is also the skin. Skin is one of the most biggest protective organ in our body. It protects from any sort of invasion of bacteria or viruses directly inside our body. So that is one example of an innate immunity. The phagocytes, the lymphocytes, the leukocytes, in short, the WBC, white blood corpuscles in our blood, the lymph, they are all responsible for the innate immunity. Next, coming to the acquired immunity. As you can understand by the word acquired immunity, it is the immunity which is acquired. So you have to go through that particular infection to be able to resist it in future. This is in the forms of vaccines as a prevention. It can be either cell-mediated or it can be humoral. When I say it is cell-mediated, so it is the T lymphocytes, a particular cell which is there in the bloodstream, which is focused only on a particular infection. It retains the memory of that particular infection and then accordingly it acts upon. Humoral acquired immunity is present in the plasma or in the bone marrow. So you can say call it as the B lymphocytes. So it is the immune system which is the immune knowledge which is circulating all over the body. So if there is an invasion of a particular bacteria or virus or a toxin in one part of the body, this humoral immunity gets activated and it sends the information that we have to start protecting the body. This is a short introduction about immunity according to the modern science. Now let us see what Ayurveda has to say about immunity. As I mentioned in the introduction, the word immunity is understood by Vyadhi Shamatva. I will be using the word Vyadhi Shamatva more often. So Vyadhi being diseases. Shamatva means the capacity to resist. So the capacity or the capability of the body to be able to resist any sort of diseases or imbalances is called as Vyadhi Shamatva. Now in Ayurveda, we always revolve around the three doshas, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. When they are in their proper place, doing their proper functioning, the whole body is perfectly fine. But sometimes, because of external factors or internal factors, the functionality of these three doshas may get disturbed. And if this disturbance persists for a long time, they can cause an imbalance in the body. So which is where the role of Vyadhi Shamatva to understand is we have to maintain the functioning of all the three doshas, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. The factors which manifest any sort of imbalances, the body has an innate capacity to rectify it immediately. That particular capacity is also called as the Vyadhi Shamatva or Rog Pratikarak Shakti. Rog Pratikarak Shakti is the similar way to explain it. It is the power or the capability of the body itself to maintain the proper functioning of the body, to avoid any sort of disturbance, to balance out any sort of disturbances immediately. The concept of Vyadhi Shamatva revolves around one particular dhatu or tissue. Give you a literal correlation. It is called as ojas. Ojas is said to be that which is responsible to maintain the strength and to maintain the life, the quality of life of a person. Now, what is ojas? Let us learn a little about that. Ojas is the essence of all the dhatu or the tissues or the organs of the body. So each and every tissue or cells making up our body, you take the essence of it, and that is what is ojas. Ojas is that which gives life. The importance of ojas has been mentioned by Charaka as if the birth of the child happens at the 8th month, when the ojas keeps traveling from the mother to the child. So if the mother or the child has the ojas, the other may lose their life. So that is the importance of ojas. To further elaborate on ojas, I will share with you a shloka and explain it to you, which will give you a better idea. Dhatunam tejasi rase tatha jivat shonite श्लेष्मणि प्राकृत वैद्यराजः शब्द prakirtite. When each and every dhatu is at their optimum, starting from the rasa to the shukra, the shleshma or the kapha, which is in its proper functioning of nourishing, then it is said to be the ojas or the Vaidya Rajaha, the best healer of the body. Which is why I always say, we are our best doctors. because we understand what is going on in our body. The ojas is said to be situated in the heart, and from the heart it is said to travel through the dasha dhamanis or 10 channels through all the body. So in short, you can understand it or correlate it with the humoral immune system, which circulates all over the body. A kind of knowledge which helps understand if there is a imbalance in the body. The ojas is also said to give energy to all the dhatus and the doshas. So which is why it is an essential factor. It's more the intelligence of each and every cell is dependent upon this ojas, which travels all over the body. Homeostasis is one concept which comes very close to Vyadhi Kshamatva mentioned in Ayurveda. It is defined as the state of steady internal physical and chemical conditions maintained by the living system. So homeostasis is the complete state of the capacity of the person or a being to maintain a complete state of equilibrium in each and every activity. So that is homeostasis, and that is how we understand Vyadhi Kshamatva.